How tantalizing to see all your shining young faces on this auspicious day.
He is 64 years younger for a start, which means he's got a lot of life left to live. He is somewhat more innocent, he is more hopeful, he still has a lot of love to give. He has a family who loves him, who we get to see in the film kind of through their eyes. Tigress, played by Hunter Schafer, and Grandmom, played by Fiona Flanagan. And you get to see what he could have been had he not gone down the darker path. And you get to go down that path with him and see where it takes him. As an actor, you can't judge your characters too hard. And I think a lot of people are kind of curious as to why Corio was the main character in this book and this film. And for me, it's like a real psychological study into why people do what they do, which is what Suzanne Collins, who wrote the book and has helmed all these movies as well. I think the questions she's asking is big questions about humanity, about love, about life, about conflict, about society as a whole. And for me, it's the real big takeaway is like you can make big, adventurous, exciting films that lots of people go and see and love that also ask the difficult questions about humanity. And that's important to me as an actor and an artist.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I've sung live in films before. I sang live in my first movie, West Side Story. So it really wasn't too strange of me to get to do that. It was my idea, and I was very thankful that my filmmakers had faith in me. I had to play guitar and sing live. And she has a country music career back in District 12. So getting to sing music like that was just a real honor, and I feel really blessed that I got to do it. They really lead by example. You get to learn by watching them, and something that I learned from Peter Dinklage is just the power of the text. There he is right there. Hi, Peter. Hey, I'm talking about you. And really getting just this different take from him every time, yet every take is brilliant and usable. And as an actor, he is just amazing. And then off screen, as a person, he is hilarious. And just seeing that dichotomy of a human who is so brilliant is amazing. Lucy Gray is a member of a troupe of traveling musicians called the Covey, and they love color. And so she wears her mother's colorful ruffled dress because she knows she's going to get picked at the reaping, and she wants to put on a show for the rest of the districts and for the capital. So really her sense of style, she incorporates snakes, flowers, birds, butterflies, and a lot of color.
She's peppered her stories with the greatest names. I mean, everybody has an incredible name. It's like, it reminds me of like Tennessee Williams, who always gave the greatest names to everybody. And then of course I could relate to the sort of the guy who invented something that he really didn't know what would happen with it. So, and then he has a moral core, and so he's left with the guilt of creating something that sort of has been uncorked.
I'm so excited. I mean, the fan base around this franchise, and even this new book also, like with these new younger fans coming in, is just enormous and passionate. And I hope seeing the movie will be like really fulfilling for people who have been like craving more from that world. I think we got really lucky in that there's like a 64-year time jump, and I don't know, at least for me, like in the pressure, I kind of was relieved that I don't know, the time jump gives us some creative liberty to create a different Tigress than the one that we met in the previous Hunger Games series. And someone who's like kind of more grounded and untouched by Snow's tyranny and not like body modified and stuff. So that's I don't know. It feels good to have the space. It's kind of my first like big character piece that's not just a teenage girl who's kind of like one or two steps away from who I am as a person. Like this really felt like I was playing a character, and it's a dystopian sci-fi world. Like it felt like I was acting, which was really fun, and I felt ready for that.
I wanted to bring empathy as the key component for, I think, who Sejanus is. He really cares about his fellow man. He's originally from the districts, so I think his perspective on what it means to be at the reaping and to be selected is completely different from everybody else in the capital, all his peers. So he has this view on humanity and people's capacity to do good that I think is a little bit different than some other people that he knows. So I tried to approach it with that knowledge and build a disposition around that. As far as Peter, Viola, and Jason go, Jason Schwartzman, I was already really big fans of them, so I was trying to absorb as much of that as possible, like maybe learn through osmosis or something like that. And then Tom and I got to hang out a lot during pre-production. Rachel's my girlfriend, so it was a really, really great support system that I think we all had. When I was filming it, I would come home with a lot of questions, kind of philosophically about, the human condition and humans' proclivity towards good or evil. Is that learned? Is that something that, happens with the environment that you're in? I think it's something that is really pulled back in this movie. When we talk about Coriolanus Snow, we all know where he ended up, so this is asking us how it happened. And it leaves just enough to the imagination where the audience can really ponder that after seeing the way the story plays out.